Ever since I was a jit, I knew I was a winner. I pray to God forgive me cause I'm a born sinner. Got more on my plate than a Thanksgiving dinner. Gotta save for any days cause shit do get
hard. We giving it up, man. It's your boy Jumpout L.O and you tuned in with Check Your Mental. And today, I'm gonna walk into Barnes & Nobles and give you guys a taste of the books that I like to read. Maybe this will inspire somebody to go out and get some books. Because for a long time, I hated to read. I did not like books. I didn't think it was interesting. I thought it was boring until I started finding things that interest me and it helped me learn and it helped me grasp the information. Because before, when I used to read in school or read anywhere, I just used to read and didn't comprehend anything. I was just reading because I was forced to read. But when I started looking at books and looking at things that helped me develop as a person, helped me develop my thinking, and just helped me develop overall, I found it that I enjoy reading. And now is one of my favorite pastimes, so stay tuned. I'm not screaming as usual because it's people studying and doing other things, but this is my favorite section of the store. This is the personal growth section. So the personal growth section is my favorite section of the store because it helped me develop a lot of new skills. It helped me in my personal growth. It helped me in my way of thinking. It helped me into building better relationships because for a long time, like I said, I didn't like to read, but reading is an essential part of life. So I had to find books that interest me. And at this point of my life, I wanted to grow. I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to be a better human. I wanted to be a better son. And for the future, I wanted to become a better husband. When I get married and just have kids, I wanted to be a better father. And for that, I had to start reading and start to evaluate my life and start to look at things differently. So the personal growth section was definitely a big help for me in developing just me as a human being and just understanding life and understanding different perspectives of life. So I definitely recommend for you to come to the personal growth section in Barnes & Nobles or any bookstore that you go to. And here we have Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is literally the law of attraction. You attract what you think about, but you also have to put some groundwork. You just can't think and then think that you're going to be rich. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. This book explains life on not caring what others think and just enjoying life as you are. And don't give things too much thought. Just do you. Then we jump over to this section, right? This section is about addiction and recovery. And just if you know somebody that may be addicted to alcohol, if you yourself is struggling with substance abuse, it's good to know about these things, because I wish when I was going through my addiction that I would have had a little bit more knowledge about how I could have got over it, or how I overcame. I took the harder route. I took the cold turkey route. You know, I didn't have the right guidance, but through God's grace, I had God guiding me, which is most important in everything. And He allowed me to live. But these are books that can help anybody that's going through it. As a Man Thinketh is a book on men and personal development and just thinking sharper. Anxiety books, self-care books. These are books that are life changing, because if you're like me that been dealing with anxiety most of his life, you want something that can help you ease your mind, because our mind never sleeps and is always listening. Our brain is always listening. Emotional detox. Sometimes we have to let go of those toxic emotions that we're holding on to, because it's not good to hold on to things that are holding us down. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. I saw his documentary on YouTube. It was very interesting, so I'm imagining the book is just as interesting as the documentary. And here we have Charlemagne the God, Black Privileges. Opportunities come to those who create it. I like that title. I haven't read the book, but I like it. Then we're going to jump to the psychology section, because as humans, we have to understand our brain and our thought process, because everything starts with the brain. Everything starts with a healthy brain. Unfortunately for us, we don't really understand how we think and how our thought process is about. So once we learn about the brain and learn about the psychology about how things are run, then we have a better chance to combat it, and we have more tools to combat life, because our brain is everything. Then it's also good to learn about anxiety, ways to stop anxiety, ways to combat anxiety, because our thoughts are everything. And if we find techniques and find little things that can help us overcome our thoughts, then we're ahead of the game. It's great to learn about anxiety, especially for me. I was an anxious person. Then we have books that teach you how to say no, especially if you're a yes man. Learn how to say no sometimes. It's healthy for you. Then we have the self-transformation books, which kind of goes hand in hand with personal growth, but I guess they're a little different, but it goes hand in hand. You got books like The Secret. If you saw the show on Netflix, it was about the law of attraction. Then you have books from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a guy that it's all about the brain. It's all about the way you think, and you attract what you think. Then we have books by Don Miguel Ruiz. I have read 3 of his books, which are The Mastery of Love, The 4 Agreements, and The Mastery of Self. It's just books for you to become a better you. I talked about the 4 Agreements in the previous episodes, but I recommend his other books, The Mastery of Self and The Mastery of Love. It helps you understand you to another depth, to another realm. You get to understand you. Then you have The Power of Now. I spoke about that book as well. Great book. I highly recommend that book. I also read Ask and It Is Given. It's also a book about the law of attraction. It's similar to The Power of Now, but just try it. Then we're going to jump to the music section. If you want to learn more about your favorite artists like DMX, this is Earl, the autobiography of DMX. So just great read if you're into music and you want to learn more about him. And if you're just getting started with the music biz, this is something essential for all the artists to know. I have the book, I have the 9th edition, and it taught me a lot. Then we're going to jump to the sports. If you want to learn about Kobe Bryant and learn about his legacy and just learn about other people that you may follow your entire life, this is a good place to come. It just gives you different varieties of books. If you're not into personal growth, you might be into music. If you're not into music, you might be into sports. So it's just expanding your mind, expanding your thoughts, reading more, because reading is a way of life. Reading helps you with your vocab. It just helps you overall become a better person. I never understood the power of reading until I started reading. Look at this Tom Brady book for you Tom Brady fans. Just start reading, pick up a book. It's never too late to start reading. Okay? Thank you. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you found some books that you might go later on and pick up for yourself. I just want to keep sharing knowledge, keep sharing wisdom, and keep showing you guys that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And reading really expands your way of thinking, it expands your thoughts, and it just changes your whole outlook on life. So how we giving it up. You tuned in with Check Your Mental. I'm out.